Let's talk Tanya for the 16th of Av. In yesterday's Tanya, we explained that our world, our sages tell us, is rooted in the Hey of God's name. The reason for that is because the Hey represents God's speech, and our world was created through God's speech. But the question is, all the worlds were created with God's speech, so what is unique about our world, which caused the sages to say that specifically our world was created with the Hey? So first, the Alter Rebbe confirms, yes, that is actually correct. All the worlds were created with Hashem's speech. The fact that we look even at the higher worlds and we find the incredible, the multitudes of worlds, the multitudes of angels within each world, multiplicity always comes from words. This is something that we discussed at length earlier on in Tanya and Shayuchid Vamuna, how we have the 10 utterances. And when we take the words and we transfigure the letters within the words and transpose them, then we come up with an unlimited amount of possibilities, an unlimited amount of words to create an unlimited amount of creations. So yes, everything was created by God's speech. However, as we discussed earlier on in this chapter, the words that we have, speech is made up of a body and a soul. The soul of the speech, as we explained, comes from Chachma, whereas the body of the speech, the breath, that is what comes from Malchus, that is what comes from the Hey. So the soul comes from the Yud, the body comes from the Hey. In all the higher worlds, even though that all of them are created by God's speech, but because they're spiritual beings, they are sensitive to, and they are aware of, and have some sort of grasp in the Yud, in the Chachma, in the soul behind the words. Therefore, we can't say about the higher worlds that they are created with the Hey, because the Yud is revealed in the higher worlds to a certain extent. It is only in our physical world, we only have a relationship with the physicality, the body of God's words, which is the Hey, and that's why we say that our world was created with the Hey. By way of example, think of words. Imagine you have a book. So you open up a book, there are pages, many different words on the page. There is the body of the words, which is the ink that you see, the physical shape of the letters. And then there is the soul, which is the meaning, the content, the ideas that are being expressed through these words. But imagine you don't understand the language in which this book is written. So then all you have is the body, all you have is the physical letters, the squiggles on the page. Now, do these letters contain an incredible light, incredible ideas? Yes, but to you they're hidden. The same thing is also in the spiritual worlds. Because they are spiritual beings, they can relate to the Chachma, the light, which is the soul of the words with which the worlds were created. And that's why they are connected to the Yud. In our world, because we are a physical world, we just see the words, we don't understand the word, we don't understand what's behind the words at all. And that's why we say that specifically our world is created with the Hey. Now, if you recall, we started off this chapter by saying that we create Hashem's name through giving tzedakah, a cryptic passage in the Zohar that we examined when we started this chapter. Well, by now we understand a little better the workings, the dynamics of God's name and how it interacts with creation. And now we're ready in tomorrow's Tanya to begin with the answer to this question: what does it mean to make God's name, and why is that done through giving tzedakah?